What's going on YouTube? It's your boy LiLHated back at it again with a brand new video, and today we're gonna be watching 3 true horror animated stories. Y'all really like the horror stories on my channel, so I thought as a comeback to the YouTube channel, we might as well do something y'all like. I know I've been gone for a minute. It's been 2 weeks since my last video came out, but y'all been giving your boy so much support on the channel, and I really want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. We're currently at 62 subscribers. I cannot, that is crazy. Thank y'all so much. There's a lot going on. I got a new job and it's a lot. But I don't want to shut YouTube down. I want to keep running this, and I'm gonna try to get it better at consistency and stuff like that. But this video is being recorded on a Friday at 8, so you're probably not gonna see this video until Monday. And I'll be out of town, but I may or may not be streaming while I'm out of town, so I'll figure that out when we get there. But without further ado, let's get right into this video. All right, here we go. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
I was just looking for a quick snack run that night. The exams were killing me, and I needed a short break, so I went to the nearby convenience store. The fluorescent lights flickered slightly as I walked down the aisles, my cart rattling with the basics: instant noodles, a few energy drinks, and gums. I turned into the chips aisle, scanning for my favorite, Pringles. That's when I saw the crazy girl.
What the
She stood
fuck?
there, disheveled and jittery, her hair a tangled mess, wearing a skimpy, worn-out one piece. Her eyes were wide, almost manic, darting around from left to right.
That's an ugly
She was
bitch.
muttering to herself, a strange, repetitive chant.
Gotta get some Pringles. Gotta get some Pringles. Gotta get some Pringles.
Fuck no.
She said it over and over, her voice rising and falling in pitch, sometimes whispering,
What?
sometimes nearly shouting. I tried to ignore her, but it was hard not to feel uneasy. Her presence was unsettling, a sense of crazy shooting from her. I cautiously reached for a can of Pringles, thinking maybe it would calm her down if she saw that I wasn't interested in taking all of them. As soon as my fingers wrapped around the can, her eyes locked onto mine.
Shit.
For a moment,
Fuck
time
that.
seemed to freeze. Her chant stopped abruptly,
Head ass.
and silence filled
That's
the
an
aisle.
ugly bitch.
Seconds passed, and then dread set in when I realized that she wasn't even blinking. Then she lunged at me, her hands clawing at my face.
Fuck.
I stumbled back. The Pringles can flew from my hands. She screeched, a sound that was more animal than human, and then dug her nails across my cheek, drawing blood. I don't know what had happened, but I was just paralyzed by her sudden outburst. I grabbed a nearby shelf, trying to steady myself, but she was relentless. What the hell? Get off me! I tried to push her away, but she was stronger than she looked. She grabbed a bag of chips and swung it at my head. The bag burst open, chips flying everywhere, but she didn't stop and started throwing more. She grabbed another and another, pummeling me with each one. I was still confused as what to do. The aisle was deserted as well, so there was no one around. In a desperate attempt to defend myself, I grabbed a jar of salsa from the shelf and smashed it against her hands. She screamed in pain, but she didn't back down.
So you mean to tell me, right? You in the supermarket, right? There has to be mad motherfuckers in there, and they hear this shit going on, and ain't nobody doing shit about it.
A metal shelf bracket that had fallen loose and swung it at me. I felt a sharp
And this is a dude finding a chick, right? Why the fuck ain't he being a thing? Why he not being a gangster? What's going on with this yo? What part ass, man? What part ass?
My arm
fucking pussy motherfucker.
And I knew I was bleeding. Help! Someone help!
Now this motherfucker calls for help. Yo, what's up with these motherfuckers, yo? I'm telling you, yo, what's up with these motherfuckers, yo? What's up with this nigga?
I backed up against the shelves, looking for anything I could use to defend myself. My hands found a can of soup, and I hurled it at her. It hit her square in the chest, knocking her back just enough for me to make a run for
Fuck
it.
no.
I stumbled down the aisle, my vision blurry, blood dripping from my arm and face. I could hear her behind me, her footsteps erratic,
She
her
creeping,
voice
twin?
a high-pitched wail.
Gotta get some Pringles!
I turned a corner, nearly slipping on the tiled floor. Ahead of me, I saw the store security guard rushing towards us, his face a mix of confusion and determination. He tackled her just as she was about to reach me, bringing her down to the floor. She fought him, screaming and thrashing, but he managed to pin her down.
What?
It's okay, I got her. Two store boys also came running in and helped in pinning the woman down. She screamed at the top of her lungs, shaking her body and tossing all over the floor. I collapsed against a shelf, my breath coming in ragged gasps. My entire body ached, and I could feel the warm trickle of blood down my face and arm. Other shoppers had gathered, their eyes wide with shock. The police arrived quickly and paramedics soon followed. They took her away in cuffs while she still screamed the same thing.
Gotta get some Pringles!
As they patched me up, I could hear the murmurs around me, people speculating about who she was and why she'd attacked me. I don't understand.
That's a bitch ass motherfucker right here, boy. I'll tell you, that's a bitch.
The next morning, it was all over the news. They described her as a local drug addict with a history of mental illness. She was apparently under the influence and hadn't eaten in 3 days. In her high, she had entered the store and got lost between the aisles, just remembering to eat Pringles. Gotta tell you the truth, lots of crazies around in the world right now.
What the fuck is my nigga doing, bro? I'm sorry, YouTube. Don't fucking fuck my YouTube video up. But what's up, my man, yo? He's a dude. Overpower that bitch, yo. Damn. Oh shit, I didn't mean to hit that. Sorry, shit. Oh no, I'm geeking. What am I doing? Sorry, yo. I am a little rusty. I haven't played my game. I haven't touched my laps. I haven't touched this whole section of my room in like 2 weeks. All right, so bear with me. Forgot how to fucking click record for a second.
Obsessed with the occult back in school. We spent countless nights
Now,
hunched
see,
over
this is some
dusty
shit that you should not just be doing. That's all I'm saying. You should not be doing this.
books of satanic cults we could get our hands on the web, seeking the thrill. It was Jimmy who discovered the bizarre fact about the founder of Pringles, whose ashes were buried in a Pringles can. To us kids,
what's up with the Pringles, yo?
Pringles sounded like the perfect setup for a seance. One Friday night, we gathered in Jimmy's basement when his parents were out. The place was dimly lit by flickering candles, the air thick with the scent of incense. An old Ouija board lay on the floor between us, next to a can of Pringles. The ritual was Jimmy's idea. He claimed he found it in an ancient grimoire online. We each took turns eating a Pringle, then placed the can in the center of our circle. We joined hands, the atmosphere electric with anticipation.
What?
Spirits of the beyond, we summon thee. We seek the spirit of Frederick Bauer, creator of Pringles. Reveal yourself to us. His voice echoed through the basement. For a moment, nothing happened. We had tried these online rituals before, and they were usually a hogwash. But just as I was about to laugh it off, a chill ran down my spine. The candle flames flickered violently, casting twisted shadows on the wall. Frederick Bauer, show yourself! The Ouija board's planchette began to move, spelling out words we couldn't understand. The temperature suddenly dropped, and a low, guttural growl filled the room. Suddenly, the Pringles can toppled over, rolling towards me as if pushed by an unseen hand. Guys, this doesn't feel right. Before I could finish, the lights went out. The basement was plunged into darkness. The only sound, our panicked breathing. Then, the haunting began. The first instance was subtle. We heard whispers, incomprehensible and eerie, echoing through the basement. At first, we thought it was just our imaginations, but when the whispers turned into wailing of a woman, we knew something was horribly wrong.
We need to end this now.
He tried to close the seance, but the Ouija board wouldn't cooperate. The planchette moved on its own, spelling out no over and over. Suddenly,
no.
Jimmy was thrown across the room, his body slamming into the wall with a sickening thud. He groaned, struggling to stand. As we
See, look,
ran
man, this is why y'all do not fuck with shit like that, yo. Listen, cuz. I'm telling you, listen, yo. Don't fuck with this shit. I'm telling you, yo. That shit is not for us. You heard? Listen. Any brothers watching this, player, that shit is not for us. Don't do that shit, gang. It's not for us, alright?
the door.
Let me guess, it slammed. Look at that shot.
An invisible
Hell
force
nah,
yanked
girl.
at my hair,
Nope.
pulling me all the way down the stairs back into the basement. I screamed,
Nope, I rebuke this shit, gang. I rebuke it.
clawing at the air, but there was nothing to
no,
fight against.
bro.
Jimmy and Sarah grabbed me, pulling me back, but the force was relentless. My scalp burned as clumps of hair were ripped out. Suddenly, Sarah's arm was twisted at an
Nigga, what?
unnatural
Fuck
angle,
no.
bones cracking under the pressure of an unseen grip. She cried out in pain, tears streaming down her face. We watched in horror
What?
as dark bruises formed on her skin. We need to get out of here. We scrambled towards the basement door again, but it wouldn't budge. The candles reignited on their own, their flames turning blue. Slowly, we saw 4 to 5 shadows walking across and slowly merging into a
What
dark,
the
humanoid
fuck?
figure, its eyes glowing white. It lunged at us, passing through Jimmy's body. He convulsed, his eyes rolling back as the spirit seemed to possess him. You cannot escape.
What?
His voice was a horrible blend of his and the spirit's, deep and distorted. He grabbed Sarah by the throat, lifting her off the
Damn.
ground. I tackled him, breaking his grip, but the spirit was still inside him, fighting
his
back
ass,
with
cuh.
inhuman strength. In the chaos, Sarah found a discarded crucifix among the occult items. She held it up, chanting a prayer through sobs. Strangely, it worked. The spirit recoiled, and Jimmy collapsed, the dark figure coming out and dissipating into the air.
What?
The 3 of us rushed to the door again, and this time it
Yes.
opened.
Use God, brother.
We
Use
managed
God.
to drag Jimmy to his dad's car, tying him to the seat with the seatbelt. Something told us that it wasn't safe to be in the house. Jimmy was still thrashing and screaming, the spirit's influence still lingering, but he finally calmed down after some time. Exhausted and terrified, we slumped in the car. None of us even knew how to drive, and we didn't think any neighbors would believe us, so we just kept to ourselves. The 3 of us got some sleep till Jimmy's dad knocked on the window to wake us up early next morning. We got out and dropped some excuse, but Sarah glanced at the back seat and froze. A can of Pringles from our ceremony was lying there.
I'm telling you, gang. I'm telling you. Don't fuck with that shit, gang. I'm telling you, don't fuck with that shit, yeah. Don't fuck with it, twin. It's not worth it.
I'd been into the industry as a model for about 2 years. and
Model
didn't
of
really
what? Fuck out of here. I'm just kidding.
have many friends. I had few work friends, or the ones I would meet on shoots after months. Since I'm an introvert, I find it especially hard.
Josephine?
So when Josephine invited me for a road trip with her modeling friends, I said yes. Josephine was one of the hottest things in the industry. Affairs with a late-night show host, hooking up with millionaires, posh brands. She had it all. Of course, I wanted to be friends with her. She picked me along with her friend Melanie and Claire, and we left for a road trip to Joshua Tree to escape the mundane and indulge in magic mushrooms. We only stopped once to fill gas. I bought a can of Pringles and some beer.
Yo, what's up with the Pringles, twin? Why? What's going on with the Pringles? What's up?
Before we were on our way. After only about an hour of reaching Joshua Tree, we started tripping. Beyond the initial euphoria, the world around me suddenly morphed into a kaleidoscope of vibrant colors.
Listen,
and
man.
shapes.
Another thing you should not fuck with: drugs. Don't fuck. Listen. Don't fuck with the devil. Don't fuck with the drugs. Don't do nothing. Just get the money and live your life. Simple as that.
Everything was magical. My hands were suddenly fluffier.
Fuck no.
Melanie's voice suddenly started sounding like that of a man, and Josephine's eyes went red while she started swinging her body like a pendulum while standing.
Oh, fuck
it was
no,
fun
baby.
until the munchies hit us like a freight train. Josephine rummaged through our supplies only to discover that our snacks were missing. We looked as well, but all that I could see were vibrant red skies and waves in the distance, which were getting bigger.
No.
Panic set in as we realized that the only thing left was a single can of Pringles in the car. It wasn't enough.
Josephine? Where did you put the snacks?
Josephine's eyes widened, her pupils dilated. She stared at me blankly, and I could see her grip on reality slipping.
I thought you had them, Adele.
Hell no.
A wave of annoyance surged through me. My voice took on an accusatory edge.
You were in charge of the snacks.
The tension in the air thickened. Melanie and Claire sat quietly, their eyes darting between Josephine and me, sensing the brewing storm. Josephine's face twisted in a mix of hallucinations and anger. The drugs had heightened all of our emotions, and I could see Josephine's mental stability teetering on the edge.
Don't blame this on me. Like you're always so perfect. Adele, so damn perfect. What are you even talking about? They're picking you for the Gucci campaign, bitch. Tony thinks I lost the X Factor. Can you imagine? Dropping me, a literal legend.
Bitch, and what, twin?
Bitch, you can't even know.
Before I could react, she suddenly lunged at me. She snatched the can of Pringles, her eyes wild, and started bashing it against my head. I fell to the ground, dazed.
Get off me, you lunatic!
The desert spun around me, my vision blurring. I could hear Melanie and Claire shouting, but their voices seemed distant, like echoes in a canyon. Josephine continued her assault, her hands clawing at my face. I felt her nails dig into my skin, ripping and tearing. Blood ran down my cheeks, mixing with my tears.
Stop! Josephine, please!
But she was lost in her
crazy,
own world, her actions fueled by a dangerous mix of drugs and latent rage. As I struggled, the world shifted. My hallucinations morphed Josephine's face into that of a Pringles mascot, a twisted caricature grinning down at me with malevolent glee.
No, this isn't real.
But the pain was real. The terror was real. I fought back, trying to push her off, but she was relentless. She grabbed a rock, raising it high above her head. I closed my eyes, bracing for the impact. In a surge of adrenaline, Melanie and Claire managed to pull her off me.
Crazy.
I gasped for air, my body trembling. They dragged her to the car, shoving her inside. Josephine screamed and thrashed, but they managed to tie her to the seatbelt, securing her in place.
Adele? Are you okay?
I nodded weakly, my head throbbing, my vision still hazy. Blood dripped from the wounds on my face.
We need to wait until she calms down.
We sat in silence, the only sound Josephine's ragged breathing and the distant call of coyotes. Slowly, the effects of the drugs began to wear off. Josephine slumped in the seat.
The mushrooms must have triggered something in her. We need to get help.
The desert, which had seemed so enchanting hours before, now felt ominous and foreboding. I knew that I had to see a doctor soon, praying that Josephine's attack wouldn't leave scarring on my face. That is when my eyes fell on the seat next to Josephine. There, partially hidden under a blanket, was the bag of snacks we had been searching for. A tear escaped my eye as I got in the car and we left.
What the actual fuck? Outrageous. Out-fucking rageous. But that is gonna end this video off. Yes, I'm chilling. I'm having a great time. My body is sore as fuck. But that's gonna end this video off. Shit, I don't know what to say. We got finished COD. I'm just gonna let y'all know what's going on. We got finished COD still. I think the last COD video I did, we got the grenade launcher gold. So we gotta get the grenade launcher silver, and then we gotta get, is it knives? I think it's knives, right? I think so. I gotta get knives gold and then forged, and then we gotta get marksman rifles gold and forged. And Black Ops 6 comes out in a few days. It's the 23rd right now. Black Ops 6 comes out and it comes out the 30th, doesn't it? So I gotta get to work. And then obviously we got Forza. And then we got this shit every Monday. So I don't really see. I might not be posting every single day like I did before, like Monday through Friday. It might be like a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday type of thing. You know, I don't know yet. Work is a lot though. So I'll let y'all know if anything. But I am gonna get back on this shit. I'm so sorry for the wait. I really appreciate y'all keeping my channel alive while I've been gone. And hopefully I'll be back at this, man. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. And have a great evening. Have a great rest of everything. Man, listen, man, everything, all right? But remember what I said, though. Don't fuck with the devil. Don't fuck with the drugs. Get your money up, not your funny up. I'll holler at y'all next time.